Good evening, welcome to the ITV News in London. Tonight's main stories.
Lewisham mum say to Jeremy, don't you close our maternity.
10 days to save Lewisham. Now campaigners enlist the next generation in their fight to keep their hospital. It's your money, the message to London's pensioners who are missing out on thousands. And welcome to London's new rock venue, a summer reopening for the Olympic Stadium. Good evening. Campaigners calling for a South London hospital to keep its casualty and maternity units took their fight straight to the Health Secretary today with a little help from their children. In 10 days' time, Jeremy Hunt is expected to make his decision on the future of Lewisham. Joining that campaign is Millwall Football Club, which has rearranged its FA Cup match on Saturday so players and fans can protest. Paul Brand has more.
Lewisham mum say to Jeremy, don't you close our maternity.
They're running low on time, but not determination.
Save Lewisham Hospital, save the NHS.
Their protest began at 11 this morning. Dozens of mothers marching to Whitehall, where they have 10 days to convince the Health Secretary not to close Lewisham's maternity unit.
We are trying to show Jeremy Hunt that clinicians and mums think this is really, really dangerous.
You have to be shown to do something, because I just think it's criminal what they're doing.
No ifs, no buts, no Lewisham cuts.
They stood outside the Department of Health for an hour, determined to make sure Jeremy Hunt could hear them.
We're all very upset and we're angry, and we won't shut up until he hears us, basically.
They aren't the only ones speaking out.
I cannot overstate the opposition to these plans.
This morning, South London MPs met to argue against changes to hospital services, which would see Lewisham's maternity and A&E units close, forcing patients to travel elsewhere.
Over 40,000 people have signed a petition against the closures. Not one single Lewisham GP is in favour of the changes.
And neither is their local football club. Millwall players are wearing their views across their chests. The chief executive here has even moved Saturday's game to Friday so they can support a demo against the cuts.
We're a user of the A&E facility. We've got an academy which coaches kids as young as 8 right up to 21s, and without the A&E being so close to our training facilities, that would be difficult for us as a club. But fundamentally it's about supporting the community that we're amongst, and to close Lewisham A&E at this time is the wrong thing to do.
No ifs, no buts, no maternity cuts.
But away from the protests, the Department of Health says there is no easy solution and no easy decision. No one is expected by February the 1st.
Save Lewisham Hospital, save the NHS.
Well, incredible scenes there, especially with all those children involved and babies. The campaigners have a very clear explanation of why they think these plans are unfair to Lewisham Hospital.
Absolutely, because they say this isn't about fixing a problem at Lewisham, it's about fixing a problem at other hospitals nearby, namely the South London Healthcare Trust. Now, they say, why should they lose services at their local hospital just to push patients and income towards these other hospitals, which are losing about £1 million a week? For example, they pointed out today that if these plans go through, they could end up selling off 2/3 of Lewisham Hospital's grounds. Well, why should patients in that area lose millions of pounds of real estate just to help out hospitals that couldn't manage their finances properly?
We are expecting an announcement, a decision from the Health Secretary early February. The campaigners are expecting it to be the 1st of February. The protests are coming thick and fast now. We've even got, as you said, Millwall involved in the protests.
Absolutely. This is a very organised campaign now. They know how to get the media's attention. They know how to get the government's attention. So we're expecting this march on Saturday. That is likely to be thousands, possibly tens of thousands of people on that march. They've got Millwall behind them, as you say, and we're hearing that they may even have the Archbishop Desmond Tutu behind them, which would be a real coup. So only 10 days to go, but they are making every day count, Nina.
All right, Paul, thank you.